Hey, what's up guys? UrAvgWarGamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And in this video, I am playing Ohio. But there is a reason of playing this Ohio. It is certainly one of my favorite battleship in the game, but I am trying and testing a trick that actually helps to improve the accuracy of the guns. And you will find out in this video that it is actually working. The guns are massively working in my favor, and you can see that the vertical dispersion is definitely super good. You can see here that I shoot the Hindenburg here and I easily get a devastating strike with 2 citadel hits, which you guys all wanted. So what is this trick? Well, I have posted a video in the description below where I have explained, with the proof by the way, that using range mod as well as using spotter plane does improve vertical dispersion. Now in this case, I'm trying to shoot on multiple targets and I'm testing that thing. The upgrade that I'm using on Ohio is a range mod, and you can see that I have 25 kilometers of range. This is not by accident. I'm trying it so you can actually find out that whether it is working or not. In my case, I find it to be really consistent, and I was actually shocked to see the results. I'm shooting Yamato here at 18 or 19 kilometers, and I find the guns to be very consistent. In fact, you have seen a lot of salvos right now. They seems to be working really nice. I mean, it's not possible that you are getting this consistency maybe once in a blue moon. I am getting this a lot much more than once. And you will see in this entire video that I am getting the consistency that I wanted. I have played Ohio even before that, obviously, and I find the guns to be sometimes lacking because the vertical dispersion doesn't work with my favor or accordingly to my, what I wanted to be at that time, and not getting a lot more citadel hits. But you have seen I have done pretty decent damage to the Hindenburg, and now there is this Ohio who is trying to turning in, and you can see that the vertical dispersion by just using range and spotter plane helping a lot. In fact, I'm just using at the moment range mod on Ohio, and you have seen that the shells are actually getting towards the citadel because I'm aiming exactly that way. In the case of Hindenburg, in the case of Ohio, and my vertical dispersion is so good. I was even shocked, seeing that. And by the way, if you want to get some proof of it, just watch the video that I have posted in the link description, right? You just go and check out that link in the description below and you will find out that what I'm talking about. But the vertical dispersion is definitely there. It is definitely better. I have shot a couple of salvos on this Ohio, on this Hindenburg, and even some shells later on a couple of ships, and I find to be finding it really to be that good. Now in this case, I was not shooting it into the correct area, and you can see here that the shells, particularly its vertical dispersion, is really nice. Now here I would have easily killed the Ohio simply because I just didn't managing to land a citadel hit because I'm just aiming slightly above waterline, and this is the reason that I didn't get anything out of it. But on the other hand, Yamato also get a good RNG and get a citadel hit. But anyways, if you use range mod, okay, and if you use the spotter plane at the same time, you will find some numbers in terms of its vertical dispersion to be massively improved. Not massively improved, I would say, but it is definitely better. Maybe by a couple of digits in terms of percentage. Maybe it could be 10% or maybe like 12%, and that's basically about it. But that 10-12% improvement by using range mod and spotter plane does helping me a lot. Honestly, it does really help me a lot. You can go and try it out yourself, but I find the Ohio guns to be just landing more citadel hits consistently. I usually don't get a whole lot of citadels in many games, even in close quarters, unless I'm just completely getting into their flat broadsides. But you can see here, again, look at that vertical dispersion. The shells are basically, they are not like up and down, they're basically in the middle-ish area, but the horizontal dispersion, because it does not improve with this trick, it didn't matter for it. There's nothing that changed for the horizontal dispersion. But in terms of vertical dispersion, at close ranges, I'm getting a lot much more value. Now, one thing that I want to tell you that If you don't even use spotter plane and only use range upgrade, it still will work. But if you use spotter plane, it will be even better. Now you can see here again, you can see how many shells are actually going to land on this poor Yamato. All of them, because the shells are not super up and super low. And that's why I'm not seeing them going into the water or basically up in the air or just splashing above the Yamato. That's not happening. And this is happening consistently with the use of spotter plane. And you can see here again, look at that. That is something that I really wanted. 20k damage. Pretty good, right? And that's the reason why I find that the results are pretty good. The range mod, as well as using the spotter plane, does help in fact. Now, there are concrete numbers. I mean, you can basically go into JCW website. I have posted that link as well into my description below. You can go and check it out. You can try it yourself, that how much of a change you will get by using the upgrade, range upgrade and spotter plane. But there is definitely some change. Now, well, this is pretty much obvious that Des Moines slightly peeked in and show his nose, and I mean, Des Moines nose is very vulnerable. Getting overmatched by Ohio simply and getting almost death strike. That's okay. This is something that I was, expected already. But what I was not expected is the consistency of the guns. The guns are really consistent. And I mean, you have seen the salvos. They are pretty much of a proof. You might say that it is close ranges, your dispersion should be really good on Ohio. But honestly, it doesn't happen almost all the time. I have seen many times in any battleship that I have some wonky dispersion even at close ranges. But that is not the case right now. The spotter plane and the range mod does helping me in getting that tight vertical dispersion that I wanted. I mean, you usually get that vertical dispersion in Slava at long ranges, and hence the reason why you see a lot much more flatter shells. Not going up and down. They're just in the center. They're just in the middle. They're just in a perfect spot to hit the citadel. And I mean, you can see that I'm not moving forward. It's a cyclone. I do not want to get spotted by other Ohio and he get my broadside. Maybe the daring kills me here. And that's the reason why I'm being a bit patient, and which you should be in Ohio. I mean, it's a really good gameplay in Ohio, but it's more about the testing that I did with Ohio. And the results are really nice. I find it so nice to play Ohio again. I did play Ohio a couple of times, even before, but Ohio seems to be working so good that I have to post a video. This is my first game that I basically switch it to basically, I take out the range mod upgrade. I take out the range mod upgrade, I slap it in. I just take out that, secondary, thing out of the Ohio, and I just play that ship with spotter plane. The results are really nice. The gun seems to be working so good. And this is not like one or two times, just like I said. It's happening almost all the time. Now in this case, Ohio is slightly angled, so I did get some ricochet. But still, again, getting good damage. Getting consistent damage. Just because your vertical dispersion is really good. Vertical dispersion is something that is very important in getting those good damage and getting some citadel hits with warships. And well, in this case, I shoot the superstructure because Ohio's angled, and so killing him like that is the only way to just hit the superstructure. So I did that. But anyways, I did take out the secondaries, and secondaries dispersion is not the best. As you can see, I'm sending a lot of secondary battery on this poor daring who gets spotted from a destroyer, but unfortunately a lot of secondaries are just having a terrible dispersion. I get it. I can understand that this is a bit of a trade-off, that once you take out the secondary battery mod upgrade from third slot on American battleships, particularly secondary battleships, you will tend to get this sort of weird secondary thing. But still, I find the guns to be so good that I was enjoying playing Ohio. It is definitely a kick to play with this dispersion. It was so much good that I was even willing to play more games. It seems to be so much consistently better. And you have seen the salvos. So what do you really guys think? if you are my subscribers in this channel, definitely let me know in the comment below. Definitely try to test out yourself by using range mod on your favorite battleships. But I would highly recommend to use it on Ohio, on Georgia, on the ships, particularly American battleships, because they are not basically trading off anything. They're using the third slot for range mod. So that's not something of a big of a deal, because if you use that on Yamato, for example, you're getting a massive range improvement, but you are losing the reload mod. That is substantial. That is very important for so many battleships. You want that DPM, damage per minute, damage per output, right? That you want that output to be basically good. And if you're basically trading off that, that seems to be a bit questionable on some battleships. But still, comment me down below and let me know, guys. But what do you guys think? Is this a good idea? I find it to be really good on Ohio, and certainly is the case in this Cyclone game. I'm finding it to be good. Like, yeah, look at that vertical dispersion. Exactly that I wanted. Like, 2 of those 2 shells are basically citadels. That's exactly what you wanted. To battleship work like that. You're just getting damage, you're getting consistency, and you're getting good results. All of it at the same time. And the secondaries are pretty much doing a good job. I mean, you can see that the dispersion is so wonkier because I'm not having that thing upgrade. But still, that's fine. For me, I mean, pushing in this game is still not easy, right? And most of the time, I find Ohio to be mostly sniping at the back. Until the late game happens. Now, Ohio will easily going to slap this Littorio wire because he broadsided. And again, 2 out of 2 shell hits, giving me the Kraken. And 255k damage, exactly like that. It was really fun to play. I find it really good. So, should you try it? You can go and watch this video, guys. I have put the link in the description below. Then you will be able to understand what I'm talking about, truly talking about, if you don't know. I know some of you guys definitely have watched that video, so I mean, if you are looking at these results, you will be pretty happy to see that Ohio is working at the moment. Well, since it's a Cyclone, I just blind shooting the Azuma, and look at that vertical dispersion again. It's without lock on, guys, and I'm getting 5 shell hits in a Cyclone. That is absurd. Like, wow. I was wow at that time. I was not expecting that. It was great. I mean, you should try it out, guys. It's working. Maybe it should be a nice idea to use range mod. It might looks a bit stupid. Maybe it looks a bit weird, I would say, but it seems to be working, guys. I mean, I have a really good time. And you can see again, dispersion, look at that, without lock on. Come on. That is amazing, isn't it? My Ohio is doing great. I find it to be really nice. I get 9 citadel hits, look at that. I mean, you want the consistency on Ohio? Well, the range mod and spotter plane says yes, you will get it. You are getting some dispersion improvement. So you can see 2.3k base XP, 2.4k almost. My small one did play it well as well. He's my division mate. And you can see I get 5 kills, 9 citadel hits, getting depth strike, getting basically almost all the achievements. 5 achievements in a single game. Feels good, man. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you will try it and give you, or sorry, at least give me some comments in the description below that what are your results. If the results are good, please let me know down below, and I will catch you guys maybe a couple of more battleship video, maybe Wisconsin video with range mod and spotter plane, and see how it will work in its dispersion point of view. So thank you guys, and I will catch you into the next one. Peace out.